Florence Henderson, and you are watching Jerry Lawler's Memphis Wrestling. Hi, Jerry. Go get him.
Jerry the King Lawler, Memphis wrestling legend, winner of countless titles, legion of fans, and member of the WWE Hall of Fame. This is Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling.
We're right along ringside, and boy, are we ready to go today, huh?
I'm enthusiastic.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling. And once again, we're coming to you live and direct from beautiful Fitzgerald's Casino right down here in Tunica, Mississippi. Just a short drive from Memphis, and you need to come on down because as the sign says back there, luck lives here. It's a great place. We love coming here every week and seeing all the great people and being excited about being here. And we have got a great show for you today. We're going to travel back in time again to the year 1988. I had just won the CWA World Heavyweight Championship, and on today's show, I defended for the very first time ever on television against none other than Jimmy Jack Funk, Terry Funk's little cousin. And that's going to be one of the things. Also at this time, there was a big match brewing for the AWA World Tag Team titles. The Midnight Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, were getting ready to put their titles on the line against the Rock and Roll Express. We're going to see all of that action on today's show. Hosted, of course, by Lance Russell and Dave Brown. So here we go. We're going to travel back in time right now to 1988 and Memphis Wrestling.
Okay, well, I'm ready to go. I'm saying, Dave, you like that? Huh? We're going to get him on the way to the ring. Here's a guy who gripes and Lawler's ducking him. Yeah, believe it.
I can't believe it. The king of the sissies has finally been forced to put up my title against me, the true CW heavyweight champion, right here on national TV. You know, I called my cousin Jerry, and he couldn't believe it either. He said, "You mean that king of the sissies is finally going to get in the ring with you and put up that belt on TV?" And I said, "That's what they say. And I'll tell you what, I am the new CWA champion as of a few minutes from now."
That's a little early. You better get in there and see if you can do it. A lot of guys have tried it. It'll be interesting to find out. Big Jimmy Jack Funk, the challenger, and we're about ready to go with the big CWA heavyweight title, baby.
The king has arrived at ringside. This match will be for the CWA heavyweight title. The challenger from Amarillo, Texas at 263 pounds, Jimmy Jack Funk. And the champion from Memphis, Tennessee, 234 pounds, the King, Jerry Lawler. A one-fall, 30-minute time limit for television, special 30-minute time limit, one-fall match. The championship belt is on the line.
Oh, boy. I love to see these guys go in any kind of a match, but particularly when it is a CWA heavyweight title match, it's just going to add that much more to it. Jimmy Jack Funk, who is so anxious, he's out of the corner. Bell time! We're off and running with the action right now. As Lawler and Jimmy Jack Funk, Lawler giving away almost 30 pounds to the big guy from Amarillo, Texas. I know that you know he comes out of the Funk Dynasty, and he is, look at that. his attitude is monotonously nasty, and it doesn't take you long to find that out when you're around him about 3.5 seconds. Lawler dumped down on the mat one more time.
Tremendous matchup for the belt here. Jimmy Jack Funk, who has made all kinds of waves since he's been around here. He's wanted this match. He's back on his feet claiming he had his hair pulled. Lawler says I don't know what he's talking about. I never touched his hair.
Yeah, give me the title. Yeah, wouldn't he love to win it that way?
Yeah. Wrong, Jimmy Jack. Got to win it right there in the ring. And you got to pin the shoulders.
This is a special television time, as we do with our title matches. It's 1 fall, 30 minutes. Look at Lawler. He shows Jimmy Jack he's not the only one who can do a little pushing, and the referee again comes over and says, what about the hair? He's complaining about that. Look at Jimmy Jack, I think, ripped out a patch of his own hair and showing what Lawler did. Well, I say that. I didn't see him getting the hair.
No, I didn't either. I think that's ironically an old Lawler tactic from years gone by. Complain enough to the referee, and the referee will really start to watch the other guy closely.
That's exactly the truth. Exactly the truth. Jimmy Jack says, raise my hand. You know, this guy, just the way he says the word sissy, is irritating.
Yeah, makes you mad.
It makes you mad right away. Reversal on the hammerlock, and Jimmy Jack comes up with it behind Lawler's back. Lawler again. This time he goes to the top with a top wrist lock and takes Jimmy Jack right off his feet. And now the referee, that's what Jimmy Jack was looking for. He saw it, and immediately the referee said, break it up, you're pulling the hair. And Lawler explained it. Hey, I didn't even touch the guy's hair. Where's Jimmy Jack Funk going? He's quitting. Jimmy Jack Funk has walked out of the... Now here he comes back.
He's got T. Joe Khan with him.
Yep. Jimmy Jack Funk walked out.
Now I got somebody on my side. When he pulls my hair, he'll be able to tell the referee.
It's supposed to be one-on-one, Jimmy Jack Funk. I wouldn't trust it with T. Joe Khan sitting any more than messing around with an atomic bomb. Guy sitting down there at ringside. What he's telling the referee, all I'm going to have him there for, is to tell you when Lawler is doing something wrong, pulling my hair.
He's just going to be an observer, a referee's assistant. Yeah, okay. Now we can see that from our vantage point here, and Lawler it's a straight takedown with a top wrist lock. He never touched his hair.
Come on. And if you make enough noise, that's the theory of it right there. The squeaking wheel gets the oil. Jimmy Jack slips in while the referee's back is turned. Dug him in the stomach. Lawler shakes him across. Jimmy Jack grabbed the hair then.
Sure did. He had a handful of it to put Lawler in the side headlock.
Calhoun was over with T. Joe Khan, who was up screaming, and he didn't see that. Boy, how about that natty attire that the referee has on? Renegade Rampage outfit. Very good looking. Not the referee, but the
outfit.
Jimmy Jack Funk, CWA title on the line, standing side headlock. And again, as Lawler tried to shake him off, Jimmy Jack grabbed a handful of the hair, held on to it. Ha, ha, ha.
Now Lawler is trying to tell Calhoun, hey, he's the one that's pulling my hair. He's going to make him break it. Yeah, going to make him break it.
Sauce for the goose, sauce for the gander, and Jimmy Jack Funk had one broken, and Lawler now is walking out.
Lawler pointed to Khan and said something to the referee regarding T. Joe Khan.
I see. My mama didn't raise no fool. Lawler goes back and gets Jeff Jarrett to come out and observe from his corner.
We're 5.5 minutes into this championship match. 30 minutes the overall time limit. There's Jeff Jarrett. He's watching for hair pulling for Lawler. Now T-Joe is yelling, he pulled his hair. And Jeff Jarrett says, oh, he didn't pull his hair. He did.
Well, I tell you, Jimmy Jack Funk started the thing, Dave, but I hope that it does not turn into a debating society here in the CWA heavyweight title match. Oh, big knee to the midsection. Oh, Jimmy Jack, did he catch him?
Boy, he blasted him with that right fist.
Boy. Now Lawler knows how Larry Holmes felt when Tyson caught him with that right hand. Boom. Jimmy Jack dropped him on the top rope, rocked his neck right across that top rope. He's off, but Lawler's leg is over the rope. Forget the count.
Jimmy Jack drops down with a right fist again before Lawler can get back on his feet. Right hand, fist double. Referee warns him, strap comes down. Here comes Lawler. Look out, T-Joe Khan trips him up from behind.
Yeah, T-Joe reached out and grabbed Lawler. Lawler's out of the ring, and now Lawler picks up the chair. He's coming after T-Joe Khan.
Oh, Jeff Jarrett gets Jimmy Jack from behind.
Jimmy Jack was going to hit Lawler.
Referee has just stopped it.
Knew the ball. Here it is. All four of them down on the floor. T-Joe chopping Jeff Jarrett. Lawler slams Jimmy Jack. And
the match stopped.
Is it
fighting
stopped?
On the floor.
The match is stopped. Is that right, Jerry? Okay. So Lawler retains the CWA belt. And I tell you, when you're in there with a thug who's going to mug you with a friend outside, I guess stopping the match is no bad deal if you're keeping the title in there. Because, I mean, Lawler wouldn't mind getting in there brawling, street fighting, or anything else with him.
One-on-one.
Oh, yeah. So what was the time on it?
7 minutes, 19 seconds, the official time of the title match. Stopped by the referee, and the King retains the CWA title.
The problem, Davey, is we have seen so many times when the feelings get going as high as they are now, and you can just constantly feel a murmur of undercurrent going around all the time. Oh, boy, you're going to have a hard time getting a straight-up one-on-one match in there. Timeout. We've got some other great matches coming up.
Now back to Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. You wanted big time? You want big time? I'll give you big time. Paulie Dangerously gives to you the tag team champions of the world. Loverboy Dennis, Ravishing Randy, the only team that rock and rolls past midnight, the Midnight Express. And ladies and gentlemen, the opponents for the Midnight Express are the former tag team champions of the world at a combined weight of 475 pounds. Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers, for the AWA Tag Team Championship. And here we are at the moment of truth. It's midnight against midnight. The Rockers against the Express.
the former tag team champions against the tag team champions. It is for the championship of the world as the Midnight Rockers, Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels, attempt to take the championship belts from the Midnight Express, Ravishing Randy Rose, Loverboy Dennis Condrey, and their manager Paul E. Dangerously, as we on ESPN, the Total Sports Network, from coast to coast and continent to continent, from Seattle to San Juan, from San Francisco to San Salvador, from Houston to Honolulu, from London to Los Angeles, from Miami to Maui, and New York to New Zealand. Everybody is looking in. I'm Rod Trongard, along with Mick Karch. And Mick, this is one that you and I and the world has been waiting for ever since the Midnight Rockers came back to the AWA.
I do not remember a more long-awaited match by literally every wrestling fan all over the world, Rod. And I'll tell you something, I know we're supposed to be unbiased here at the broadcast table, but that man that was just on camera, Paul E. Dangerously, I would like nothing better than to see him crying in his beer at the end of this one.
Judy Moore, who is the manager here at the Showboat Sports Pavilion, is also at ringside. And if we can get a look at Judy Moore, we haven't seen her in a long time. As we say, she is here at ringside. And there she is, lovely Judy Moore, as she is ready to watch with the rest of the world this tag team championship match between the Midnight Express and the Midnight Rockers. Mick, hello there.
Yes.
Do you feel that in any way that either one of these teams are favored in this match?
I would have to say, Rod, based on past history, you'd have to say the Midnight Rockers should be favored. We've seen them in action recently. Their teamwork is precision. They haven't lost a thing since the last time we saw them. And quite frankly, I think the Midnight Express, their days are numbered. It could end right here tonight.
I would agree with you, except for one fact, and you mentioned it earlier.
No.
Paul E. Dangerously, and how dangerous he is outside of that ring in one way, shape, or form or another. And he may be the difference, the determining factor in this one.
We can only hope that the referee keeps a close eye on that man.
It is Condrey, and it is Shawn Michaels. And the crowd wants Michaels to drill him, and drill him he does. 6 times to the forehead. And one more for good measure. And out he goes.
Mr. Dangerously tried to go over and lend a little assistance to his man. He saw the Midnight Rockers approaching, and he bailed out real quick.
Condrey outside of the ring is now being picked up by Marty Jannetty. As you look at it there, and maybe you felt the concussion of that. We did here, as we're only about 10 feet away, and it is Jannetty again. Now on Ravishing Randy Rose. Right in front of us, and Rose hits the deck.
Those two are going to eat supper standing up for a week.
How about breakfast and lunch?
Yes, sir. Every arena that we have been in, Rod, for the past several months, the fans have asked, when are the Midnight Rockers coming back? When are they going to get a chance at the Tag Team Championship? Tonight could be the charm.
There's only one thing more I would like to have seen happen in that sequence. That Paul Dangerously would have been the third to feel the effects of the atomic drop of Marty Jannetty. Maybe it'll happen. Maybe it'll happen yet.
Would you say that Mr. Dangerously is not exactly the favorite here tonight of this crowd?
I think that you may have just made the understatement of the year.
Look at this. He's got a man to plug his ears for him, too. Wait a minute.
What's happening? What's happening? And now Marty Jannetty and Shawn Michaels go over and grab the championship belt and start putting them on their waist. And all of a sudden, the Midnight Express has second thoughts about what they were doing. What they were doing being walking back to their dressing room.
I never saw Mr. Dangerously turn around so fast in my life.
One of the few times he has changed his mind.
Rod, we can't take anything away from the champions, though. We've extolled the virtues of the Rockers.
Oh,
man.
Marty Jannetty coming racing from post to post with a running clothesline on Dennis Condrey.
As I was saying, like him or not, the Midnight Express has been known to pull out every trick in the book that's necessary to hang on to those championship belts.
Conference time. On both sides, we might add. Because while you saw Condrey and Rose conferring, so were the Midnight Rockers. It's the Rockers against the Express for the Tag Team Championship of the World. A close-up of Marty Jannetty. We're at the Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Rod Trongard, along with Mick Karts, and that is Paul E. Dangerously. And he doesn't want the cameraman on him. Reversal here. Condrey. Uh-oh. The Express tried to do the same thing that the Rockers did a bit ago, but it backfired on them. And Dennis Condrey is the one who paid the price. Rose was the one that came charging across and caught his tag team partner with a clothesline.
I'm no clothes horse, Rod, but does Paul E. Dangerously own another jacket besides that one? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. We'll have to ask him sometime.
You ask him.
All right. Again, conference time for the champions. Hook up, Marty Jannetty. Ravishing Randy Rose. Oh, how Jannetty and Shawn Michaels want that championship belt back again. Look at that!
Oh, beautiful.
Wow, what a move by Marty Jannetty. And follows it up with a couple of hip tosses on Randy Rose, and he wants timeout. Sorry, wrong sport, Randy.
He is absolutely fluid motion in that ring. I'm talking about Marty Jannetty. He makes everything look so effortless. What a consummate professional.
Indeed, indeed. I think they do have that over the Midnight Express.
Whoa.
Hello there. And now, Paulie Dangerously on the apron, as you see, as out goes Shawn Michaels. And also out there, as you see him, is Dennis Condrey with a backbreaker on Shawn Michaels. Marty Jannetty on the other side being restrained by referee Marty Miller. And again, it is Condrey after Shawn Michaels. And he rams him into the ring.
He caught that ring apron right in the lower back. Oh, you can feel that from here.
And now Rose going to bring him back in with a suplex. They come crashing to the canvas. And Shawn Michaels has got to be hurting.
He's in trouble.
Hurting bad. A 2 count for the tag team champions, the Midnight Express. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. All kinds of fireworks can be expected to break loose in this one. And there is a clothesline which catches Shawn Michaels again. Rose rolls him over, covers him, and gets a 2 count.
You talk about courage and desire. These Midnight Rockers are something else again. That clothesline just about took Shawn Michaels' head off, cartwheeled him in midair, and he still beat the 3 count.
The Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas, Nevada is rocking for the Rockers. Condrey, again another backbreaker. Here is a cover.
Oh, that's incredible. Absolutely incredible intestinal fortitude being shown by Shawn Michaels. His back has to be absolutely crippled up by now.
Condrey cupping those hands under the chin. And there is Marty Jannetty looking, shouting encouragement to Shawn Michaels. Oh, what battles and what wars we have seen them in here at the Showboat, particularly here at the Showboat Sports Pavilion in Las Vegas. Shawn Michaels had Condrey up, but then Condrey pops him on the head. now takes him back to the corner where the knee of ravishing Randy Rose awaits.
I pointed it out before, Rod. This is the mark of a championship team. Cut off the ring, preventing Shawn Michaels from making the tag to Marty Jannetty, who is just chomping at the bit to get in there.
A 2 count for Rose and the Midnight Express. The great resiliency, the great conditioning of Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty. That hand better not go down again, or this one is all over.
He's fighting it.
Oh, is he fighting it? Fighting it indeed. Rose hanging on. Shawn Michaels fighting back, and a hard shoulder block. Michaels again. Oh, and he is cartwheeled by the knee of Randy Rose as Michaels waited too long. Should have gone over instead and tagged in Marty Jannetty, but you know, the shoulda, hadda, gotta, you can carry it only so far. And hey, they're the ones that are doing it inside of the ring. We're on the outside looking in and watching. And it's so easy for us to make those decisions and very, very difficult for the men on the inside. Shawn Michaels again fires away.
Oh, he's got
on
to
Dennis
make that
Condrey.
tag. Got to make that tag.
Condrey makes a tag, and back in comes ravishing Randy Rose. And he immediately assumes the assault on Shawn Michaels. Here he comes. Is it over? Not quite. Marty Jannetty came over and grabbed a hold of the hair of Randy Rose just when it looked like the Midnight Express was about to put the finishing touches on this one.
This time it was Jannetty who made the save. Shawn Michaels has taken some punishment for the past several minutes.
Look at that knee. You saw a good profile shot of that knee in the middle of the neck, or in the lower part of the neck of Shawn Michaels. Rose putting tons of pressure on both front and back. Michaels grabbing a hold of the hair, bringing himself back up. Shawn digs to the body, digs again and again. And a drop toe hold here by Rose, and in comes Condrey. Well, certainly the Midnight Express has the advantage at this point. Abdominal stretch by Condrey.
I don't know if our cameras picked him up, but dangerously. Look at, again, this man is jumping up on the ring apron.
And he's got that telephone in his hand, and so look, here's Rose. Across the back of Shawn Michaels, and that back has taken a tremendous amount of punishment here in this match. 2 9/10. It can't get any closer.
No way.
Front face lock. Tag in Condrey. Condrey marking the spot, and
that's humiliating.
Away.
That is just insult to injury to do something like that. Do not take this too lightly, Mr. Condrey.
The referee separating Condrey and Jannetty, and Rose takes the opportunity to really hammer Shawn Michaels. Oh, Michaels has taken a ton of punishment. Jannetty is going to have to get in there sooner or later, or this thing is going to come to an end in short order. There was a karate shot to the throat of Shawn Michaels. Across he goes. He ducks underneath. And he comes over and makes a wild dive. He's got to get up. But he has spent all of his energy as he put both Condrey and Rose on the canvas. And Marty Jannetty can't get to him. Shawn Michaels trying to get to Jannetty. Here he is. All right. And here's the man out of Columbus, Georgia. Marty Jannetty on both Condrey and Rose. It's Jannetty with a body slam. Another body slam. And Jannetty now grabs a hold of the two of the Midnight Express and says, hey, have you met each other lately? Marty Jannetty having to go it alone now as Shawn Michaels went it alone for sometimes small package. Small package and a count of 2. Now Shawn Michaels is back on his feet and he comes after Rose. Jannetty has a front face lock on Dennis Condrey. The referee, Marty Miller, counting. And there may be a double disqualification here. And if that indeed is the case, well, the belts stay with the champions. But, of course, Jannetty and Shawn Michaels know that very well. Snap suplex. Marty Miller, the referee, went down as he may have dislocated a knee or popped an ankle. He is absolutely in no way able to continue refereeing this match. He is on hands and knees. He really struggling to get to his feet. Comes over. He has the count going. And
Wait a minute now. Don't ring the bell, Ron.
Bob Warren has come in. Bob Warren has come in, and I don't know who has won the match. Is it the Midnight Rockers? It is.
That's the way it looks right now. All right.
Total pandemonium.
Now back to Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling.
Ooh, lot of fellers climbing in the ring right there in just the two of them. Ron and Don Bruise, the identical twins, the Blue Denim Bruise brothers. And let me tell you, theirs will not be an easy chore today. They're going to be in with a very confident World Tag Team Champions in a non-title bout, the Midnight Rockers. Here they come. Belt over each shoulder. One of them is the Southern Tag belt. The other is the AWA World Championship belt. And if they can stop admiring themselves long enough, we'll get this match underway. Davey?
This match is going to go to the expiration of time. The Bruise brothers, Ron and Don, total weight of 501 pounds out of Apopka, Florida. And going against them, the holders of the Southern Heavyweight, Southern Tag Team belts and the AWA World Tag Team belts, Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty, the Midnight Rockers. They weigh in at a total of 462. They're out of San Antonio, Texas, and Columbus, Georgia. It's going to be Shawn Michaels starting against one of the Bruise brothers, and I frankly still can't tell them apart.
Okay, that's Ron that's starting in there right now. And Don, I don't know why I'm so confident of that, except that there is something about their look. I don't know what it is. If you were to ask me, how do you tell them apart? I don't know, but I would bet you that that's Ron.
That's Ron, okay.
Yeah, that is Ron. These guys, we've said it before, but for those of you who are just now joining us and where you have been, sponsored by the great singing group Sawyer Brown, and they're young and learning. Marty Jannetty, Shawn Michaels, young, but there's an area that they have to learn. Whoa, nice whip coming off of Ron Bruise. Monkey flip, Shawn Michaels out into the center of the ring, hooks the arm, takes him over and down, and Michaels a little surprised at the agility of big Ron Bruise. Stops to have a word with Marty Jannetty saying, doesn't he know that we're the World Tag Champions?
That's right. Apparently not enough respect for him, huh? They were upset earlier that we had announced they were on a standby match, which they were due to the title match we had at the beginning of the program.
The Rodney Dangerfield of professional wrestling.
Get no respect.
We don't get no respect.
Well, one thing they have said today that you do have to take note of, and that is they're young, but already they are twice world champions.
True. That's Don Bruise in there now. Took the tag from Ron, and he has taken over as referee Jerry Calhoun. Checks out to see, and on the big arm bar, Shawn Michaels.
That's Don Bruise right there, right?
Yeah, right.
Don working against Shawn Michaels.
He climbs back up to all 6'6" of him. With Shawn in. Double. Oh, boy, that's a lot of upper arm, isn't it?
Sure is. Yeah. Great teamwork by the Bruise brothers. Got a count of 2 is all they could get.
Time counting down. We've got about 3 minutes left in the expiration of time as the Bruise brothers going against Shawn Michaels, Marty Jannetty. Shawn tags Marty, and Marty comes right in and stiffs him. I mean, right under the chin. He was kind of trying to avoid Shawn. He was off the slingshot effect of the rope, and boy, Marty just timed it perfect. Again, he does it. Jannetty shooting the word over to Shawn Michaels. Pardon me, David. Oh, that's what he was doing. I thought he was going down to have a word to say to somebody in the audience. He went down there, came roaring back. Jannetty put him in the corner, and bam. Shawn Michaels whips Don Bruise across the ring. Count of one, count of two, but he takes him out of it.
Tag made on Marty Jannetty. They work against Ron Bruise.
2 minutes to go. Carry every minute of it. I tell you, the Bruise brothers right now have gone into a slump. Jannetty slaps him upside the face, gloms him with a right hand. That was no open hand. Jannetty backing him into the rope, a whip across the ring. Aha! Caught him with that foot. Get to the corner, gets the fresh man. Good. They're learning. Boy, I'll tell you, every match we see them, they look better. Blue Denim Bruise brothers in there with Michaels and Jannetty. As our time is cranking down on this event. About less than a minute to go as Shawn Michaels out of the ring. Marty runs in. He's rolled up. The referee overrunning the other Bruise brother out, and Michaels jumps off the ropes, nails him. There's a cover by Marty Jannetty. This is going to be it. Yeah, he got him.
Jannetty didn't mess around with going for the pin that time. He went right for it because he knew that Shawn had been that he had been in trouble until Shawn got in and helped him out. Time on it 4:05 as the Rockers get the fall.
And legal or not. Yeah. Oh boy, that wouldn't be ruined by man. It sure is hard to be humble. That's the theme song of the Midnight Rockers. That's the kind of teamwork, though, that won them twice the World Tag Champion, whether it's legal or not. These guys work as well together as anybody we've seen in a long time. We got to take time out. We're going to be back in just one moment.
Now back to Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling.
Okay, we're seeing the Doctors of Rock head for the ring in there with Nate the Rat or Nate the Great or whatever. And we're looking for Jeff Jarrett and Manny Fernandez, who will be their opponents today. Doctors of Rock already there, and Jeff and Manny will be along. Well, there's Jeff. Don't see Manny Fernandez, Jeff Jarrett coming out. We're supposed to have a tag match in here, and Jeff, I don't see Manny.
Well, Lance, you sure don't. As you know, today we were scheduled against these two guys up here today, but you know what happened last week. The Bull is unable to be here. He's had to go to the doctor's office a couple of times this week. He's not unable to be here, and you know the Tijo Khan hit him with the metal, whatever.
Yeah, that glove he had on with all the metal
so
fingers.
If you ask Eddie Marlin, I'd like to wrestle just one of these guys in a single match.
Okay, well, now that's fair enough. I'm sorry to hear about Manny Fernandez. Hey, come
What's
on.
the matter,
That's a
sissy?
new guy.
You got your big bad sissy loving partner out here to protect you. We don't have to do nothing to do nothing.
You did.
You don't have your sissy loving partner here with you. Is that right? Is that right? Where's he at? You don't have the bull. You don't have the bull out here with you.
Oh, boy. They find out Manny Fernandez is not here, and now Jeff Jarrett caught in the middle with the Doctors of Rock. Jimmy Jack Funk, Tijo Khan, 4-on-1 jumping in there on Jeff Jarrett. Now Jimmy Jack puts the noose around Jeff's neck. Hey, come on, let's get somebody out here for crying out loud. Here comes a lot of help. The Bruise brothers, Ricky Nelson. Let's see how Jeff is. They strung him out to dry. Jeff Jarrett out here with the explanation about Manny being in the hospital still. He's having trouble with that neck, and he went back to the doctor today about it, where he was jabbed with that metal-fingered glove that T. Joe Khan had on there. Timeout. Back in a moment.
You know what? There's no question. I think everybody knows this because I've got pictures of it to prove it. But Jerry Lawler is my all-time favorite wrestler. No one can even come close. Matter of fact, growing up, I had pictures of him ever since he and I both were 5 years old. We were in the toddling booth together, and they babysat us. And he used to just always choke me down and drop kick me. And I knew he was a little bitty toddler that he one day would be the world's greatest wrestler. And he didn't disappoint me at all. Love you, Jerry.
Now back to Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling.
Gorgeous Gary Young, Terry Taylor, former world television champion. They're scheduled in the ring right now. And I think that they may find the greeting up there not quite to their expectations, I got a feeling.
I think you're absolutely right, because the Australian is standing up there waiting for him along with his partner, Bill Dundee, and his partner from Knoxville, Tennessee, Ricky Nelson. They weigh in at a total of 429 pounds. At a total of 487 pounds, out of Houston, Texas, gorgeous Gary Young, and from Vero Beach, Florida, Terry Taylor. One fall, 10-minute time limit match. Jerry Calhoun is the referee.
Oh, I am sure that they look across the ring and they see Ricky Nelson. They see that little Australian fella. Oh, yeah, we're much bigger. This ought to be a pushover. Well, that's what we're here for, is to see the kind of action. And right away, Dundee takes gorgeous Gary Young down on the mat.
Don't have to remind anybody of the wrestling ability of superstar Bill Dundee. Got to remind you, Ricky Nelson, though he's young and hasn't been here long, he's been involved in a couple of upset victories as a member of tag team.
I tell you, Nelson came in here. We'd heard about him and heard of his reputation, and what an excellent. Look at this, Dundee with a nice block on gorgeous Gary. Scoops him up and slams him down. But just in the short time that we've seen Nelson, we're impressed. Terry Taylor dumped over by Dundee. Nelson in right away to take his share of the responsibility. Little one-on-one on each side of the ring. All four of them in, and now there's only two.
The world's greatest tag team was run out of the ring there.
Hey, did you see that distraught look on Terry Taylor's face? What happened? This is not the way that we said it was going to be. And I got news for you. You weren't thinking when you were talking about pushing Dundee around, and I'm sure the same goes for Ricky Nelson, although we don't have as much track record and know him nearly as well as we do the superstar.
Very young. Running Ricky Nelson's head into the turnbuckle and tagging Terry Taylor all at the same time. Taylor said he telegraphed his move, and Ricky Nelson got him with a knee lift coming off the rope.
How dare you, Dave, say the Rockers, the world champions, are on a standby. Well,
they are.
That's right. Nelson Taylor tied up. Good move by Terry Taylor. You know, it's just like the Rockers, Davey. A lot of people say, oh, you don't like them, and so you never say anything good about it. It's not that at all. We admire their ability. It's too bad their attitude doesn't match.
When the Rockers first came into the territory, I got to tell you, they were the most amazing tag team, I guess, I've ever seen. The way they fly through the air and all of that. And then all of a sudden the attitude change, and you say, now, wait a minute, you guys are too good to use that kind of tactics. And that's all they say.
Uh-oh. Gary Young from outside the ring. Look out. Here comes Dundee.
Oh.
Billy taking a shot. Young ducks out of the way, and Dundee grabs the chair. He's going after Young, too. Up in the ring, Terry Taylor shoots a thumb, it looked like to me. Might have been just a fist. Right at Nelson's throat. Puts him on his shoulder. Brings him over to the corner, tags Gary Young. The gorgeous one takes over with a big elbow on Ricky Nelson. There's a cover. Boop. Big knee. This Young's a big guy.
Yeah, he is. He's huge.
Terry's going about 237 now, isn't he, Dave?
Yes. He's put on considerable weight. I think many fans remember Terry from when he was just starting, and he weighed about 222.
Yeah.
But Terry with good size on him right now.
Boy, he popped him into those turnbuckles, waist-locked him, wheeled him around, and drove him down into that mat with a power slam. Tags Gary Young, and the gorgeous one takes it over with Ricky Nelson. Rick close to the corner, but he didn't get a tag on Dundee. That's something he needs right now.
Obviously, part of the tactics of Terry and Gary right now are to keep him away from that tag. Dundee is itching to get in there.
There's a knee lift with Ricky Nelson coming off the ropes, and he's starting to crawl to the corner. But Terry Taylor grabs him by the tights. And we almost all of a sudden became X-rated there, but Nelson now dropped down on the atomic knee. As Terry Taylor working methodically at him. Oh, Nelson not one to give it up. Tags back. Should have taken the opportunity. What is this?
Ooh, did Dundee walk away from the tag? Or?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, it sure looked like it. Big body slam from Terry Taylor, so Ricky Nelson is still in there with him. There's the tag. Superstar over the top. Look at the revolving door with a fist. Bam, bam. Uh-oh, here comes Jannetty and Michaels. That's all.
The Midnight Rockers go to work on Dundee and Ricky Nelson along with Gary Young and Terry Taylor. Shawn Michaels got his boot off. Look out, he's looking for Dundee.
Michaels with that boot pounding away on Dundee's face while Young and Taylor hold Rick Nelson locked into the rope. Here comes Lawler. Taylor and Lawler trading licks in the corner. Down goes Taylor. Dundee finally released by the Rockers. Dundee picks that boot up of Shawn Michaels, nails Marty Jannetty in the head. Michaels, Jannetty, Young, Taylor, all split from the ring. As the veteran team of Dundee and Lawler end up in there together. Ricky Nelson down on the edge trying to clear his head. And that is going to be, I'm sure, a disqualification against the Midnight Rockers.
Absolutely. Referee did disqualify that team, Terry Taylor and Gary Young. So the victory is going to go to Ricky Nelson and Bill Dundee.
Well, I'll tell you, Dundee, who's really hot at Michaels for pulling that boot off, comes after him. Lawler and Dundee with back-to-back, and here comes Ricky Nelson with a chair in his hand. Time for the other four to split.
Right.
And the official on it, a disqualification.
This is Gold Dust, and I love watching Memphis classic wrestling. Jerry Lawler.
great show today.
Boy, it certainly
I really
was.
liked it.
I tell you, we had the title match, the CWA heavyweight title, Lawler against Jimmy Jack Funk. It ended up, as we said at the time, not one against one in the ring because Funk brought T-Joe out to the corner. Lawler felt he needed Jarrett. It got into an accusation of hair-pulling type thing. Ended up with a brawl down here on the floor, and the referee says, I'm stopping this one right now. Can't keep him in the ring. Stop match. Lawler does keep the title.
Yes.
So he's still the CWA heavyweight champion.
So, his shenanigans by Jimmy Jack Funk starting all that hair pulling stuff cost him a good legitimate shot at the title.
Really did. He had no chance to win it when all that started going.
Hey, you know, I bet you some folks that started with us are gone because they're out mailing their Renegade Rampage trivia question answer, and we probably lost them for the end of the show. That's okay. We'll get them back next week. Speaking next week, we'll see you then. For Dave Brown, Lance Russell saying bye-bye, everybody.
I don't know about you, but I love it when we just turn the show over to Lance and Dave and go back in time and revisit a show from, well, today's show was from 1988. That's right. We saw some great talent. And I'll tell you what, next week, we're going to follow it up with another show from 1988, too, that features a 14-man battle royal. So you don't want to miss that. And I'll tell you what, we got to get out of here. We're just about out of time. We want to thank everybody here at beautiful Fitzgerald's Casino down in Tunica, Mississippi. Hope they'll have us back again next week. And Tom, play us out of here, buddy.
Oh, King, what a great show we had today. I loved it. I hope we have 1 million more.
Thanks for watching Jerry Lawler's Classic Memphis Wrestling.